Najdorf Variations short masterpiece by the legendary Bobby Fischer. In this video, we are going to see how to punish the white pieces if they're just going to push their pawns carelessly on the king side. This is the 10th video of the Najdorf Variations series, and in this video, we are going to witness an amazing chess game by none other than Bobby Fischer. This game has been played in 1957, and the player of the white pieces is Igor Garais. And his first mistake in this game was to start the game with the king's pawn move. And against the Sicilian defense, he played the open Sicilian, the second mistake. Of course, you can say that at 1957, nobody knows who's Bobby Fischer, and they are not going to pay attention to what he knows and what is his favorite openings. But Fischer, at even those years, showed a clear understanding of the Sicilian defense, and here he played the Najdorf variation. And here white played the Zagreb variation. G3 wants to fianchetto his bishop. This is a positional line against the Sicilian Najdorf, and black just simply plays E5. Fischer wants to gain initiative. He wants to be active in the center and gain the center. And then knight d2, bishop comes to g2. This is a well-known setup for white. And then white wants to put pressure on the d5 square and the d6 pawn. Bishop to e7 by Fischer. This is very similar to the first game of the Najdorf Variation series. If you haven't checked that game, please watch that game. I put the link in the descriptions. Bishop to g2 and castle. White just simply develops the pieces. And here it comes, knight b to d7. Here, even b5 is a very good move, and I guess might be a better move, but Fischer just plays knight b d7. And here white plays very slowly, and he just wants to start a kingside attack by pawns to h3. A strong grandmaster in this position realized that black wants to play b5, and they are going to prevent it. How a grandmaster thinks in chess is that they initiate plans on their own. They want to create plans like, okay, attacking on the king side in this position with the white pieces, or probably even a stronger one is to just, for example, play bishop g5, a4, bishop g5, queen d2, rook d1, something like this to put pressure on the center. But nevertheless, they also care about what their opponent wants to do, and they have prophylactic thinking. So in this position, white thinks that, okay, I should play a4, probably rook b8, a5, b5. This could have been the continuation of the game, and black will play bishop b7, h5, some ideas like h4, and this is a very normal chess game. But in the game, black says white says that what is black is going to do is none of my business. I just play my own, and this is not a good strategy. And after h3, black just simply plays b5, bishop b3, and bishop b7. This is a very good setup. Already black threatens to play b4 and something like knight b6. This is very good for black. And f4, white wants to create chaos on the king side. He wants to probably put pressure on the king side, like playing f5, g4, g5, this kind of non-realistic attacks. But let's see how he responds, how Fischer responds. Of course, Fischer is not a very mature grandmaster during this game. Probably rook c8 was the better, but even queen c7 is a very good move. And g4 comes, like it's not caring about anything. Like knight d5 probably was better, but g4 is just weaken the king side. And after this, black just simply plays b4, knight d5, and he just simply takes back, and he takes f4. And after these kind of moves, of course here bishop takes f4 was better, but after this kind of moves, look what happened. This bishop is dead. These two lines are for black, the C line and the E line. And look at this beautiful square on E5, and look at C5 square, and all of these weaknesses on the dark squares. Fischer says, okay, I'm going to exchange your dark square bishop. And after this exchange, it's clear that black is the only one that attacks. Good bishop, bad bishop, and good knight comes to E5 for sure. Rook takes E8, rook takes E8, and now look at the king. King is also becoming weak, and black can simply attack it. In the game, white plays another bad move. he should have been careful in this position, like playing something like, I'm not sure, maybe knight d4 was a better idea. Yeah, knight d4 to block some kind of checks on this line and to be able to protect his king. For example, after queen c5, c3 might be, or a3, engine suggests a3, but already here black has something like +1, and this is completely winning for black. But in the game, he just simply plays queen d2. This is how an amateur plays chess. Basically, they don't care what their opponent is doing. This is how they play chess, and he doesn't know what is black threats, and black just simply plays queen c5 check. With this move, black wants to invade to the white king side. Of course, white should have played knight to d4. We can see that there is no queen d4 because of rook takes e2. He should have played knight d4, but now there is bishop takes d5, and this king is going to be checkmated in near future. So this is not going to be a defense, and he played just king h1, and after queen f2, it's crystal clear for me that white is lost, and he just resigned in this position. You might say, okay, he could have played rook e1, and he could have, yeah, in a blitz game, it might have been a better idea, but knight f6 can come, and knight to e4, take on d5. Everything is a threat in this position. Every move is a threat, and I don't know how you're going to react to it. This is why Igor Garais resigned in this game. If you're going back to this position, to the game, of course, after Najdorf, these are very normal moves. Very normal moves. And okay, I told you that probably b5 is a stronger move, and then knight to d7 and bishop to b7. So if you're going to play this line, play it like this, knight to d7 and then bishop to b7, and for example knight d5, knight d7, you're going to, if he takes here, you're going to take back, and if he plays bishop g5, now you have knight takes d5, and if he takes on e7, we know this simple tactic by knight takes back e7. Of course, there is queen takes d5 attacking the rook, knight b6, bishop e7, queen e7, and black is managing to neutralize white's plans, and even, I guess, even he can be better. For example, after rook fd1, rook ac8, black has more control over the c line. He can play rook f to d8, d5 is coming, knight is coming to c4, and black is completely okay in this position. So there is no worries for the black pieces if you're going to play this kind of positions. Of course, Fischer plays knight d7. This h3 is very silly. And after b5, we saw that a very strong attack. If white didn't play f4, black just simply plays knight b6 to c4, queen to c7, rook c8, or even in some positions considering d5 is also to break the center. I'm going to continue creating videos on probably the Najdorf variation series. This is the 10th video, and if you like this video and this type of video, please tell me in the comments. Please write down in the comments and like the video, because I'm not sure about continuing this series, to be honest with you. So we are going to see how do you react to it. There are lots of games by Bobby Fischer, Mikhail Tal, Kasparov, and others in the Najdorf variation that if you're interested, we are going to have a look at them and analyze them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if this is the case, please share it with your friends and enjoy chess and life.